we have the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So with this video, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to sort of pose the bearish argument for the stock against the bullish argument for this stock. Because what I'm seeing in the comment section is almost exclusively positive. And it's a bit strange that you would see arguments like that constantly when the stock itself, from the longer term perspective, is clearly in a well-defined downtrend. I mean, you can't get a much more well-defined downtrend than what we see in this stock on, say, a daily chart or a weekly chart or something like that. So I thought in this video, what I would do is sort of compare both sides of the argument here. So in order to make a bullish argument for this stock, what you really need to do is sort of drill in very close to the short-term timeframes. And for example, there's been this recent move higher from roughly 20.1 cents to 46.9 cents. There's been a lot of optimism about this stock. I'm seeing, YouTube videos all over the place talking about how this is going to the moon. $50 per share. This is going to make you a millionaire. All that stuff. Blah blah blah. Means absolutely nothing because it never comes true. And a lot of this is being sort of driven by this near-term price rally that we have been seeing. So. Undeniably, share prices have moved higher here. I'm not going to say that that's not true. It is true. Share prices moved from 20.1 cents to roughly 46.9 cents. Since then, we have seen a bit of a pullback here. The price, there's this recent price low comes in right around 33.5 cents. So what we can see here is that we can do a Fibonacci analysis here, and we can see that ultimately this share price movement to the downside did give back about half of those gains. So, and that's the broader trend move here. That's not even just this recent move. I mean, if we even look a bit longer term and take this entire trend wave distance, we can still see that the share price, even just in this recent decline here, very quickly gave back 50% of that gain. So that would be the gain from 20.1 cents to 46.9 cents. You're coming in right at the 50% retracement, which is this green line here. Okay, and you can see how quickly this happens. Okay, so we're talking about, this is a 30-minute price chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. Okay, so you're talking about 150 minutes here. It's not a very long time. It's a very short-term time frame, and you've already given back half of this entire rally. How long did it take to generate this rally? I'm not even going to go through and count all of these price candles here because there are way too many of them. I was able to count the downward decline of 50% in a couple of seconds. So, the difference here between the positive trend and the negative trend here is quite stark. You start to lose share price action very quickly, even after you do start to see these momentum gains to the top side. And you have to remember that also includes all of the clickbaity YouTube videos that are being posted everywhere. And it's not just YouTube; it's everywhere. It's Reddit, X posts. I mean, it's all over the place. That's with all of this hype that is sort of supporting this stock to the top side. And then what happens? You lose 50% of that gain very quickly. Okay, so this is the short-term time frame. This is about as positive as we can get if we're trying to look at this stock. You really do have to look at the short-term time frames. So what happens if we move out a bit here? Even just a little bit. I mean, this is still the 30-minute time frame here. We're not going back into ancient history here, because if we did that, it would start to get embarrassing for the bullish side of the argument very quickly. I won't even go through all that. What we can see here is this prior price high, which posted right around 76 cents per share. So just roughly, I'll type in 76 cents here. Okay, and we can now look at this trend wave movement to the downside. So we already sort of analyzed there that sort of near-term price movement. Now let's look at the other direction here. Let's see what happens when share prices start to move in the downward direction. Now let's look at the same type of study here, Fibonacci analysis. And what do we see here? Share prices have not even been able to recover. Like, we did hit that 50% retracement from this shorter term trend line here in 150 minutes. It hit that mark. If you're looking at this movement here, this recent rally here to the top side has not even yet hit that same mark, as we can see here. We're still trading below that 50% retracement. So what does that mean? It means that share prices have still not been able to recover half of the losses that were seen just after the declines occurred from 76 cents. So again, this isn't ancient history here. This isn't a long time. But what we can see here is that you haven't even been able to recover half of those losses in all of this time. You lost half of this recent rally in 150 minutes. Okay, but if we're looking at this from the other direction here, from the other perspective, when share prices decline, you haven't even been able to recover 50% of these losses over this entire period of time. So we're talking about quite a while at this point. We have to go back to August 20th here to see when this formation started to form at 76 cents. Okay, and we're into October at this point. Okay, and you still haven't recovered half of those losses. Okay, you lost half of this rally here in 150 minutes. Okay, so what does that tell you here? What that tells you here is that recoveries are almost non-existent. When they do happen, they're extremely slow, and then when they do happen, all you're really doing is forming a lower high. Okay, so I can believe that we can see a little bit of a trend wave movement to the top side here. But what happens if we start to fail here? I mean, you're coming into some very significant resistance levels at this point. What happens now if share prices start to extend lower, and we start to see now lower lows, which is the trend? I mean, that is the broader trend. I mean, it's not like I'm saying something that's outlandish or controversial here. The most likely scenario would be that the trend continues. Okay, so what is the trend? Let's take a look at, I don't know, a 4-hour time frame here. I mean, we all know what this chart is going to look like. It's going to look ridiculous. That's the reset version of the 4-hour time frame. It just completely flatlines at these lower levels. Okay, so what is the bullish argument exactly? I mean, I'm just not understanding why anybody would touch this stock with a 10-foot pole. I mean, why would you even get involved in something like this, even from a day trading perspective? I'm just not sure. I'm not really understanding what the attraction is here. I think it's just a cool sounding name. I think people like the name. Okay, and then it sort of got caught up in social media or something like that. Because if you're looking for stocks to day trade, why focus on this one specifically? Why not focus on a stock that actually has, some substantial earnings growth or something along those lines? I mean, why just simply focus on a meme stock that doesn't have any underlying business? There is not going to be an answer to that question. I'd love to hear an answer to that question in the comments. I'm listening. Here's the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram, stock ticker HOLO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.